fucking sit down.
Alright. Let's talk about how you tore ACL first.
Huh? That was fucking good basketball. Let me introduce this. Oh!
Alright.
It is Tuesday, it's actually fucking Monday.
11/2001.
Tuesday, October 29th. And we are here in my room. It's actually a gang of...
Wait, it's not the 29th.
Tomorrow's the 29th, but this is coming out on the 29th. It's Monday the 28th.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, with that being said, I'm here with a lot of fucking people sitting next to me. I got Luke and Paula, who were in last time. I got Litford there. And then I got Jason, a.k.a. fucking, what is it? What do they call you?
Lance.
No, Lance Ito.
It's Lance Ito. He looks like
Lance
Lance
Ito.
I don't even know who that is.
He's
the judge from the OJ trial.
Yeah, the judge, the one that David Schwimmer, Ross had a fight against.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Ross had a fight against him to save OJ's life.
David Schwimmer had a fight with him?
Have you not seen that David Schwimmer plays Rob Kardashian?
No.
In the thing, so he's technically Ross is OJ's lawyer.
Oh my lord.
It's great fucking shit. But with that being said, I'm over here. Allegedly might have torn my ACL, so that's interesting. It's actually I did it on a Euro step and my knee buckled, and I kept playing on it, and it's been a week now.
Klay Thompson-esque.
Yeah, I'm Klay Thompson-esque. Actually, I like to say I'm like Jamarcus Russell.
Put in the comments right now if you know what the fuck a Euro step is, because I don't know.
Euro step.
Or comment if you think Cyril looks like Josh Gordon.
If Josh Gordon was 12% black, he'd look like me.
Alright. Is that what you are?
Yeah, 12% black.
Did you like spit in the cup?
Yeah, the
Nice.
23 and me.
24 for you. It's 24 for you.
If there was 24, you know 24 means I have downs, right?
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
Hey, we should play CG on the podcast.
CG.
CG, chug game. I mean, that's all wild. Anything goes on this podcast. Heroin, cocaine. Just kidding, not heroin.
Thank God.
I have a podcast where I'm on Molly. It's like the first episode.
What
Hey,
the
How many
fuck?
people view this?
Huh?
How much controversial shit can I say in the air?
You can say anything. It's only a few hundred.
I don't want to say something too controversial.
What?
What?
What? Like last night?
Chinese don't have rights and they deserve it.
Controversial.
Nobody heard
Do
that.
people from Baltimore listen to this?
Oh yeah, I love Baltimore. I got people from Australia.
Obama.
I'm Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I met Martino. He's from Silver Spring, and I go, I'm from Baltimore. He's oh, you're from Maryland? And he knew exactly as I said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a couple questions as we hop in. I usually ask people on social media questions that we answer as a group, individually, one at a time, because they're kind of funny. So these are actually kind of fucked up today.
Who sent it?
Huh? A few people from Baltimore. I asked a little bit late. What are you doing? You're going to play with the fucking thing holding that up?
What in the goddamn hell was that?
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird,
It's like
man.
fucking twist it. Alright, let me go to my fucking photos because I screenshotted them. Oh, okay. Who would win in a fight?
Yes.
A silverback gorilla or a grizzly bear?
I've seen this a couple times, but I never thought about it.
Oh.
Lifford,
I'm saying...
okay, we got Paula
What
started.
is it again?
A silverback gorilla
No, you go.
or a grizzly bear?
Easy. Hella easy.
I think I know what I'm saying.
So easy. Lip was going to say the wrong answer because he's
Say
a
gorilla.
Oh my god, no.
That's what I'd say too.
I'm gonna do it.
No.
I'm going with the gorilla.
No, the
Gorilla
bear.
for sure.
The bear.
Yeah.
The bear.
I love the gorilla.
The bear has way sharper teeth than its claws,
gorilla's
man.
too mobile. Agile.
Aloofness.
But it doesn't matter.
He can
Pure
fight.
power.
Grizzly bears are straight pussy.
No, grizzly bears are just pure powerful. All you gotta do is get one bite on him and he's
They all live in California.
Gorillas
They're all
bite too.
bitches.
Gorilla's strength
Gorillas
pound per
bite.
pound. Versus bear. Look at that. Strength versus bear.
Bear wins due to sheer size. That's what I'm saying.
And claws and teeth. Yeah.
That's what I said. It's
Did they
sharp.
just throw them in a cage one day and was like, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Last
The
motherfucker standing.
the bear would win just because it has more weapons and it's
Christ.
bigger.
The fight would likely...
It's sharp teeth and sharp
The
claws.
fight would most likely
Gorillas
last
don't have
several
that.
minutes, and the bear would have to fight in true earnest to kill the gorilla. Bear hits the gorilla, gorilla hits the ground.
Yeah.
Gorilla gets on top. Bear gets on top of gorilla.
Oh, this is just the fucking thread.
Alright, wait, let me read this. This is from a person who's allegedly like a zoologist. Seeing as a grizzly bear and a gorilla live in completely different environments, this fight would never happen. But I'll pretend they do so I can answer this question. Some of these answers are crazy. I'm not going to compare gorillas and grizzly bears to Floyd Mayweather or mathematicians or MMA commentators or Neil Tyson, war generals or Super Saiyan Goku or ballerinas or whatever. Instead, I'm going to use actual adaptations. Okay, one scenario. The gorilla runs away and hides in a tree until the grizzly bear goes away. It'd probably be intimidated by the grizzly bear's larger size, especially if the bear stands on its hind legs. Sensing the gorilla won't come out of the tree, the bear will probably leave to find easier prey like salmon. No half and half. No fun
This is
happens.
stupid. What? Is he actually saying anything about fight?
If they did fight, this is the only way they would fight. A silverback gorilla sees a grizzly bear. The bear threatens his troops. He stands up to the grizzly bear and he pounds his chest, letting off a loud roar to intimidate the bear. The grizzly bear is ravenously hungry and is willing to take the risk of fighting the silverback. He attacks the gorilla. The silverback might land a few hits, but he's otherwise ends up dead and eaten down due to the wounds inflicted by the bear, which weighs a good 200 to 500 more pounds than he does, and sports sharp claws.
Yep. Claws in the teeth make a
That's
difference.
like
That's what I'm
asking
saying.
who. That's like asking who'd win in a fight: Marcus Garrett or Quentin Grimes.
Quentin Grimes.
Marcus Garrett.
That's nothing.
Marcus Garrett.
Okay, next one.
Jason's just like a soundboard.
This you guys can't. What's your best middle school memory?
Middle school memory?
Oh my god.
I get suspended 7 times, so there's a difference. Mine's pretty funny.
This one's for you, Paul.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna be good.
Middle school was whack.
Middle school was so fucking whacked.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know. One time. I don't fucking know.
One time, I'll just list off every suspension I ever had.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I wasn't really I didn't really do any fuck shit in middle school. Man, I went to Catholic school. I didn't do fuck shit.
Smoked weed for the first time. That was pretty hype.
That was 9th grade for me. 6th grade, I got suspended for making out with my girlfriend at the time in the back of the cafeteria, but I didn't allegedly ask for permission, so it was sexual harassment. 2nd time, I punched holes into the backseat of a school bus seat and allegedly did a deviant sexual act with the pencil and thrust. So, and I tried to deny it, and there was a video of me just humping the school bus and acting like this pencil was a dick, and I was like, on the camera.
Of course.
Then the 3rd time, I vandalized school chairs with genitalia, and it was about 2 large genitalia on 2 rows of chairs that extended to another 30 chairs with their jizz marks. Because they were the 4th time, I learned what the word lynch meant, so I hated my chorus teacher. So I started chanting, "Let's lynch Bacills, let's lynch Bacills," and I got in trouble for trying to incite a riot. 5th time I got suspended. I vandalized school chairs again with
Why did they
saying,
just expel you?
I don't know. I think I was a very problematic child. I wrote on chairs that Miss Sills, my course teacher, fucks the black guys, and she is having an affair with Mr. Espino.
Oh my god.
And I wrote a lot of racial slurs on there. It was really bad.
Jesus fuck.
8th grade was a good time in general for me.
8th grade, I got in-school suspension.
Garrett Cole's
That's
like
whack.
Yeah, that was because I started
Wait, so you're doing this shit in like 6th and 7th grade where
It
you're
is, yeah.
just putting rows of dicks and...
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
6th and 7th. And then in the 8th grade, I got suspended because they started a chant saying Cyril has a mangina, my friends. And got the whole fucking cafeteria going, Cyril has a mangina.
What, you started it?
No, my friends did. So in retaliation, I had all the mop buckets and I kicked them all over down the fucking ramp. So if you tried going up the ramp, you would slip.
Have you ever seen Step Brothers?
No, I don't like parts. Why?
Okay.
Why?
You should watch it.
It's funny. It's just a lot of shit.
Is it just me as a fucking child?
No, there's a part where they scream that Brandon has a mangina.
Oh.
And Brandon is one of the Step Brothers, and it's really funny.
I've seen the part where he does the Catalina
And it's not at all like they did with yours.
The best is the Catalina wine mixer where they fucking he does the fucking opera singing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's like that content, man. The fucking where he's a zombie, or he thinks he's a zombie.
Yes.
He tries to bury him alive.
Oh my god.
There's so much good shit in that movie.
So Caitlin O'Connor, my friend
Still
from
like
back home,
series.
Who?
she asked
What's her name?
Caitlin O'Connor.
Is she hot?
Yeah, I'd give it to her. Hopefully she probably doesn't listen to this. It just hears that. But yeah, I'd give it to her. She asked if my she said, she goes, "Is your dong long?" I'm doing fine for myself. The strippers gave me great compliments.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I was just saying,
She
they
asked
said
the question.
0. That's literally their job.
Okay, but still, I got an over-the-pants hand job from them without paying. And they both said I had a decently sized dick, so that is something to be
They're trying to
flattered.
squeeze their money out
Also, a
of it.
strip club called the Outhouse.
Yeah.
I'll just let you guys interpret how.
It was a black girl who even agreed.
the quality
She's
is.
probably seen, like, massive ones.
Probably.
I mean, the only reason I was saying that, like I got that was because I was telling the stripper who gave me my first lap dance, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, which is retarded. Who thanks a stripper? Who fucking goes out of their way and says goodbye and thanks a stripper? I was
I
fucking...
guess you're a drunk ass.
Yeah,
You're hammered.
I was sipping on gin and juice all night.
Yeah.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Baseball
Yeah.
is boring, they said. Not when you see tits behind home plate.
Oh, dude, you saw that? That babe is so hot,
I
the
know.
IG model.
And that fucking Garrett Cole, they're just flashing him. And then the MLB sent them a thing later. It's like you're banned from Major League Baseball events and stadiums.
Were the baseball players stoked?
I don't know. I didn't see it. They didn't. I don't think they said anything. But
Imagine the pitcher just being like,
was Garrett Cole married?
No clue. But he should marry one of those chicks now.
He should.
they're so hot.
I know.
He should marry Kaylin O'Connor.
That's her name? Caitlin O'Connor? I just realized it's my friend after you said that. Alright, weirdest experience
World
with
Series
a bitch.
flasher. Lauren Summers says she did it for breast cancer awareness. That's kind of sick. That's what she said. Wait, is he married? He is married. Yeah, he's married. Alright, never mind. So he can't appreciate it then. Otherwise his wife's going to be mad at him.
Sierra, what was the question?
Weirdest experience with a bitch.
Jason, do this one.
Jason.
Why are you guys
Jason.
asking me?
Because I want to hear it.
One pumper.
That's not a weird. That was not a weird experience. That was just an unfortunate experience. I'm trying to think. I mean, this one wasn't weird, but it was when Kansas went to the. When did we go to the Final Four? Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think
Are
3.
you sophomore or junior?
Wait, no,
Sophomore.
2 years ago.
Yeah, and we had that was when we had Malik Newman. I was fucking some chick, and I was wearing my Malik Newman jersey. And instead of her being like, "Oh, Jason," I just had her say Malik Newman.
Weren't you a senior in high school?
No way.
And then in the background, I was playing Kansas Twitter, their highlights, and I put on the aux. And I just fucked this chick for like 10 minutes.
Oh, with the Malik Newman jersey?
Yeah, and she was calling me Malik Newman while Kansas
Weird.
basketball's in the background. That was pretty lit.
Why did you watch
That's not lit. That's weird,
That's
bro.
weird as fuck, man!
Hopefully she's not listening to this podcast. Hopefully it doesn't get out there.
This is just back home.
That's so
Yeah. Chick is unnamed, but
Oh my god.
not like dead
That
ass.
is fucking geek. That is like fucking wild, yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, true experience. I just
Yeah,
that was the day we beat fucking Duke in the Elite Eight when like Grayson Allen missed the. And
Yeah.
you remember that in
Yeah.
regulation? He
Oh, yeah,
almost
I know.
won
They
it.
were
In
broke
2018.
And then
2018.
Newman, like, in overtime at all 10 points.
Yeah, he took
I
over
was
the game.
hyped as fuck, and then fuck some chick, and she called me Malik Newman. Great day.
Were you blind?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
That still doesn't matter.
Hey, 10 minutes though.
Yeah, that was in my prime. Now it's like slumped. I'm in a slump right now. I have not hit over like 5 minutes in like ages.
Really?
I've
Yeah.
heard that. I've heard that. From multiple.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't go past 5 minutes?
Oh, no, I don't go past like 3 minutes. Last night I hit like really low time.
Was it better than Bridget?
That was the lowest of all
Is this
time.
just you not trying, or is this just like a problem?
Both. So, like, I don't really give a fuck.
You
but-
should try those Roman
Well, it works
swipes.
for him,
The
man.
Roman swipes. Try the Roman
Well, then,
swipes.
if you
Makes
guys-
you
if
last
you-
longer in the sack.
What is it?
Roman swipes. They're wipes that you wipe on your dick,
I'm down.
and it makes
Dude,
you
what the
la-
fuck?
I'm hella down to do it.
What the fuck?
Roman's wipes. Look at this. Last longer in bed. Roman endurance wipes can increase the time having sex by up to 340%. Get started and go from banging in
what's
5
30
minutes.
seconds times 340?
It's like 4 minutes. I guess we built that up.
Just
What?
do coke before Lance.
I've heard that helps.
240 times 0.340. Oh wait, no, wait.
Yeah, you got it right.
3.40. That's 340%.
Times what?
816 divided by 60. That's 13 minutes and 6 minutes. You increased your minutes by 3 minutes, bro. You should actually try that. If you're lasting only less than 10 minutes, or like if you're lasting only 4 minutes, you go from 4
Less
minutes
than
to 30. Okay, you're going double digits now with the Roman wipes. You just got put up the double digit fucks.
You said 4 minutes. That's not his average time.
Yeah, that was like the mode.
That's not his average time. His average time is like less than 1.
So you just suffer from
less than 1.
you suffer from premature ejaculation over here.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means you prematurely ejaculate
I'm fine with that.
every time. That's like actually like a like that's a
That's
thing.
a problem for like old people.
No, but like some guys do get it. It's
Should
from
I take
like
Viagra then?
no, just
Being
use
too horny.
Use Roman wipes.
no. It's just like something you're born with. What is premature ejaculation? When you ejaculate occurs earlier than desired, often 1 minute of penetrative sex. It's characterized by inability to delay orgasm to the extent that is caused by bother or frustration to the patient or the other partner.
This is a fake disease.
No, this is actually a thing. Can it be treated? Yes. Although no single treatment works for everyone, many men can be treated successfully through
Jason,
over-the-counter.
that's rough.
Yeah,
That's rough.
you pre-jack, bro. You pre-jack.
Fuck
Like
this
the opposite of
podcast.
Viagra.
Fuck this shit.
Well, it was gonna happen anyway, whether you go on the podcast or not.
You're gonna get anti-Viagra.
At least now you have steps to deal with it.
I don't know how to deal with shit.
Damn.
I'll just keep fucking chicks.
So my weirdest experience with a bitch.
Also, Viagra would have been a much better.
The Viagra?
Yeah.
For what?
Gross.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Lip, you wanna like move the mouse pad?
Yeah.
Yeah, Difford.
Capital H.
Oh my god.
You're not gonna.
Capital H. Everything else is lowercase. S K W N W
Oh my god.
O like Oprah. 3.
God.
God. Hey, you
Alright.
might want to cut that out, undergrad.
Oh, they don't know what it's for.
Who's Sergio Guest?
Huh?
Some like 18-year-old who's like for the U.S.
Why
National
is
Team.
that just
Yeah, it's
gibberish?
pretty good.
Huh?
Why is that just gibberish?
What?
What you just said.
He's considering
What? What I
representing
just
the Netherlands.
spoke?
or
Yeah.
the
I have
US?
no
That's
idea.
big.
What I was gonna say is the weirdest experience for my
Netherlands
bitch is I fucked a girl one time named Matilda. Actually, no, we didn't fuck. So I like saw her at senior week and I started talking with her. Made a move over. Yeah, it's like this. After you graduate high school, you guys all go to the beach for a week.
In North
What?
Carolina?
What?
Either the host school went to North Carolina. We went to Ocean City.
Ocean City in Maryland?
Yeah.
Bro, there's a sign on the freeway in Sacramento, and it says Ocean City, Maryland, like 3,000 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where we got Ocean City.
I'll pull it up on mine right now.
Yeah, dude,
Because I'll
Ocean-
always be driving.
Why?
It'll be like Lake Tahoe, Reno, and then it'll be like Ocean City. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, it's Ocean City, Maryland. That's where you
Why
get
is
your
that in
senior week.
California?
Oh,
Because it's like, that's where like the freeway ends.
yeah, Ocean City, Maryland. That's where fucking I-70 ends.
Yeah, this is the
That's
sign.
awesome. Why is
Uh,
it called Ocean City? That sounds terrible.
it's awful. It's like it's a great time for people like
Oh,
us.
that's on the other side of the U.S.? That's
Look,
pretty dope.
Yeah.
Look, that's the sign. Literally, I see that sign all the
Yeah,
time.
Ocean City, Maryland,
Placerville,
baby.
Lake Tahoe, and then it says Ocean City, Maryland, 3,000.
Ocean City. That's where I go
That's
over
pretty
here.
cool,
Doe lived there
actually.
last summer.
Sounds like a hospital. 'cause it's MD.
Doho lived there
Yeah, he lived there for the summer. I used
with
to
Bria.
no.
With Bria.
Do
What?
they listen to this podcast?
I have no idea. It'd be funny.
No, I thought not.
But isn't Matilda a gross name to hook up with someone?
That's really gross.
This, I was making out with her. She kept saying my breath smelled like cigarettes, so I kept getting Smirnoff ices and fucking gargling them to get rid of the flavor. And she wouldn't have sex with me because she was like, "This is the first time." No, I was gargling it and then I'd swallow it. But like, and then she ended up like, she's like, I even ate her out, and she was like, I don't think we should have sex. I just met you. I was like, all right. So I put her on her knees and just skull fucked her.
What does that mean?
Like I like throat fucked her. Like she was on her knees and I just
Yeah.
like with my like
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
like instead of like.
Oh, my
Jeez, you're
He was just going at it. I don't know, man.
Flip, how did you not know what that was?
Or you know what's
I guess I
weirder?
really thought about it.
I fucked. Like I said, I fucked an IMDb actress, like a D-level actress, and when I was fingering her, she had an IUD in, and I was like, "What is this?" And no, it wasn't an IUD, it was a tampon. I was like, "What is this?" She goes, "Tampon." I just ripped it out and then just fucked her.
That was gross. Gross. Yeah, that's disgusting.
She had a huge rack though, dude. Like those things, like you would fuck her, they'd hit you in the face just from fucking inertia.
Oh my god.
I'm about to show you a picture. Like this girl has jugs. They're like, look at these jugs.
I'm gonna see it.
She's an actress?
Like a shitty one.
Bro, California fires are crazy.
She's also a firefighter.
What in the world?
What? Let me
is
see.
this?
Oh no, this kid's done a lot of fucked up shit.
After I fucked her at my friend's house, she drove me home, and I fucked her on the hood of her car at the cul-de-sac at my neighborhood. And then the next day, I fucked her again on the elementary school's park that's right there next to me on the slide that I went to.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I left the condom on the slide for the little kids to find it.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're terrible.
Fuck. That's so
They don't even know what the fuck. Oh, dude.
Oh, I had jizz in it, like maybe 2 loads.
Oh my god.
Dude, what if they don't know what the fuck? What if they just pick it up and like a 4-year-old puts it in their mouth?
That'd be funny as shit.
No, that's terrible.
I mean, I've told you guys I'm trying to become a sperm donor.
That's the wrong
Well,
way
but-
to do it.
They should let me do that.
Oh yeah, he would get the most out of
Get
it.
the most
That was
results.
You get the most results.
You're doing that wrong.
You get the most results.
Yeah.
Donate the sperm.
If Cyril had a lot of kids, the world would be fucked.
If you had a lot of kids, the world would be fucked. Oh,
Fucking blind.
you haven't even had like a beer.
I'm watching.
He's just sipping. He's sipping
Yeah,
it for
he
flavor.
said he was blind. He's not blind.
Yeah, what happened to our waters?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Jason's a 1 pump drunk now. Holy shit.
No, that's what Jason is.
Jason's just always a.
Oh, I thought you said Justin.
Jason.
Lip, why the fuck you just send that in our group chat?
What?
The picture of you blind.
Blind. You're the blind one.
So we're gonna go hop into the fucking NFL. NFL talk has been, I don't know, interesting or whatever. I really don't know how I have no sort of way this podcast works. I kind of just put the microphones in front of us and just hope for the fucking best. But with that being said, I do get decent feedback from it. So it's actually kind of weird that you guys do enjoy this format of me just
spewing random shit. I mean, that's fine.
I mean, I half-ass everything, and this is like one of the hardest half-assing of a podcast ever. But it gets the job done.
Hey, it's the rawest form.
The rawest form, just like all my bitches.
Yeah, that's what the good view is. NFL, fuck, dude.
NFL scores. So let's start with. I don't even know. I gotta pull this
Thursday
up.
night?
What was that? Raiders Texans.
No, Vikings Redskins.
Oh, Vikings
That
Redskins.
shit show of a football game.
What happened? What was Kurt's stats in that game?
285, 23-26, no TDs. They had 1 touchdown the entire game, and it was a Dalvin Cook run. But a lot of field goals. And it
was
was
the
never
defense that good or on both teams? Adrian Peterson went
This
off.
is what my brother looked like when he was my age.
just
That's
not a lot
scary.
of.
Where?
It's scary. Pedro is your brother's name?
Yeah.
Pedro.
Pedro. Yeah.
It's funny.
Just
Why?
not a lot
Why
of
is it
defense.
scary?
There's not good offense.
Because you guys look almost alike.
No, we don't.
Except you guys brush your hair completely different.
Wiggins went dumb last night.
Yeah, no, 1
99.
touchdown and 4 attempts in the red zone for the Vikings. So the Redskins had 0 touchdowns.
I called this. I was trying to get Adrian Peterson all week, and I knew
He had like 7. He had like 10 points. He was pretty solid.
he had like close to 12. It was like 11.9.
Yeah, he just didn't have a touchdown.
He didn't have a touchdown, which would have put him over the edge. But what did I say? He had a 5.4 yard average. He also had 2 catches for 27 yards. For anybody who says Adrian Peterson can't catch, fuck him.
Yeah, no, he wasn't bad. I mean, the Redskins were hanging around early, but the Vikings.
Game
were
sucked
too
though.
good.
But no,
Oh,
you know what?
it's a
This is
shitty
the second. I think the Redskins defense has come fucking alive under Bill Callahan because last week they lost 9-0 against the fucking 49ers, and their defense is right now top 15 in the league.
They can't score.
They can't score, and it's honestly their offense, and that sucks. But I think Bill Callahan should be kept as their head coach because he is putting in a grit and grind
They just
philosophy
don't
and culture.
win. That's the problem. They need to start picking up results.
They don't have a fucking offense.
Exactly. That's on the coach. He's an offensive-minded coach.
He's an offensive lineman, former offensive lineman.
He was the offensive coordinator for the Raiders in the Super Bowl year they lost to the Bucks.
Mhm.
And he was the head coach when they lost to the Bucks, but he was the offensive coordinator under John Gruden.
Right.
He called plays for them.
And it's a run-heavy scheme, which is Adrian Peterson's job.
But they need to execute.
They have a
offense.
terrible offensive line.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
When your offense sucks, I think
They're not ready to contend right now, and we all know that. It just depends. The problem is, like, every time an interim coach gets promoted to head coach, it always turns to shit after. Like, almost every time. Except for during the season. But, like, when they promote him to the head coach and then they get the job, they suck.
Freddie Kitchens.
Garbage.
Who else?
Fucking...
Matt LaFleur.
Good luck.
Matt LaFleur was not an interim coach. Who else was an interim coach?
to get hired. You could say, would you say what's his face was an interim coach? Who do you call it?
Interim coaches.
Bruce Arians was one.
This is from 2004 though. That's really old. Bruce Arians was not.
Yeah,
he was the coach for 1 year for the Colts when Chuck Pagano had cancer.
Only interim coach to ever win a coach of the year.
But he didn't get hired with the same team. He got hired in Arizona. Not the same.
You're saying, I thought you were saying.
This is it. All right. Oh, it's not. Wait, is it not on there? I can't. Why is that page not exist? Whatever. Well, I can't find that article. I saw something about it. I saw an article about it, and it was like.
All right. Pouring outside.
It's drizzling, or it was earlier. Interim coaches that got hired. I'll just look up a past thing because I'm trying to find it. This is from 2012. Romeo Crennel was an interim coach.
Yeah, he got hired. Leslie Frazier. Leslie Frazier was okay.
Who else?
Leslie Frazier, Romeo Crennel. Romeo Crennel sucked dick. Leslie Frazier, but Romeo Crennel led to Andy Reid, so you're lucky.
I'm not a Chiefs fan, so I don't care.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Jason Garrett was an interim coach, but he's been there forever. That's
Jason Garrett's the one exception. But
Tom Cable for the Raiders, garbage. Mike Singletary for the 49ers,
worse.
Garbage.
Mike Singletary was good for 1 season.
We sucked under Mike Singletary. He was an interim coach the year that they did decent, and he was
garbage
garbage
1
after
year?
that. Yeah. Who else was on there? Yeah, there's a lot of guys. Dick LeBeau in Cincinnati, garbage.
Dick LeBeau
Was a defensive coordinator. He was good, but not as a coach. Interim coaches don't always. I don't know. I don't think that they should hire Bill Callahan as their head coach. That's all that I'm saying.
My thought is that there's so many guys that like.
Is the podcast on still?
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, podcast. This is called CG. You have full beer. You have to CG it.
Yeah, you do have to CG it.
You didn't ask a question, answer a question.
Doesn't always have to do that. When we were watching the Cardinals game in Manhattan, we just played CG by just chugging, and we just killed the rack.
CG. I don't get more beer.
All right.
Just move the mouse.
Move the
when you walk
mouse,
out.
so then we're doing NFL talks.
This podcast?
Sometimes, if I know there's fucked up shit I said that shouldn't be on there.
Like what?
Like if I say like a bad word or like something that
You can't cuss on it?
No. Like a real bad word, like a racist or slur. Like if I say a racial slur or I say, like if I say like something really bad that I know I can't say.
I can't say that on the podcast.
No, there's
I
certain.
brought that up earlier, but.
All right, NFL.
I'll be right back.
More NFL scores.
All right, Seahawks versus Falcons. We all know that game actually went down to the wire, 27-20.
Yeah, the Seahawks. They're good and they've won a lot of games, but all the games that they've won have been close because they almost blew a 24-point lead.
Who played for the Falcons? Matt Schaub.
Matt
Schaub had
400 yards, but they had a lot of turnovers.
He had 1 interception, so I should have picked up Matt Schaub. You're saying?
Maybe, but he didn't have a touchdown, or he had 1 touchdown passing, and it was to Austin Hooper.
Oh.
So I traded for Austin Hooper this week. But no, the Falcons outgained the Seahawks by almost 200 yards. They had 400 yards through the air. The only problem was they had less penalties, but they had 3 turnovers. They had 2 fumbles that they lost.
Falcons just play shitty. Did you see this article?
Devontae Freeman and Matt Schaub each had a fumble, and they threw a pick.
Desmond Trufant was a top 5 corner.
Yeah.
In the first 4 years of his career, and
now
he's a bottom 5 corner. You know what that shows? That their coach fucking sucks.
Also injuries.
No, it's all.
He had multiple injuries.
Really?
Multiple injuries.
No, Desmond Trufant still shows he's a good corner, but he's a man-to-man corner being forced to play zone.
Also, yeah, Dan Quinn sucks and he should be fired now.
Yeah.
The fact
you don't make man-to-man guys play zone, okay? You make the guy play man-to-man. You make them play in the strings.
Yeah, like Jalen Ramsey. You don't make Jalen Ramsey play zone.
Exactly.
But no, they look at their fucking ridiculous amount of losses they've had. They had back-to-back weeks where they scored over 30 in both weeks and lost. Scored 24 and lost. You can't lose games when you score over 30 points, and they did that twice. They did that in back-to-back weeks. Their offense is actually pretty good, but they're shooting themselves in the foot with turnovers. They had 500 yards of offense and they lost. Not many teams can say that. When you outgain your opponent, you have more first downs than your opponent, you have more time of possession than your opponent, and you lose. You're down 24-0 at one point because they too many turnovers. But nah, Seahawks are overrated. They've won a lot of games that are close. I don't think they're that good.
All right, now we're going to the Chargers, Bears. I've talked about this before. I thought Mitchell Trubisky could have potential coming out of college. Yeah. And the Bears, I don't know if he's gone gun-shy or something after last year and him being a Pro Bowler, but he's a very mediocre quarterback. Is that the problem, I guess?
Red zone offense for them sucks, too.
What makes Mitchell Trubisky not a good game manager? Because he doesn't turn the ball over, but he doesn't push it downfield. Like,
where did pick last week?
What went wrong with Trubisky?
A lot of incompletions. He's not accurate. I saw this thing on Twitter, and it was like percentage of passes thrown 10 yards down the field that are uncatchable. First is Mitch Trubisky, second's Lamar Jackson. But Mitch Trubisky, 57% of his passes that are 10 yards on the field are deemed uncatchable by like Pro Football Focus. And Lamar Jackson was second. He's at 45. Like the gap between like Lamar Jackson and like 10th was half of what it was between Mitch and Lamar Jackson. Because he just cannot push the ball downfield.
But that's what I'm saying. But like the Ravens have figured out how to work around that. Intermediate throws, short throws.
But even Lamar Jackson, I mean, Mitch Trubisky was a good runner last year.
Why isn't he running anymore?
I really couldn't tell you.
If he used his legs more.
He used his legs last year and he was really good.
And he made a Pro Bowl. So what changed that they can't?
Look at that. Look at his rushing stats this year. 6 games, 9 attempts for 31 yards. Look at his last 2 years. Last year he had 400 rushing yards. Yeah. And he had 240. So he actually is getting carries. He's actually moving the ball. He made a Pro Bowl last year. I know Pro Bowls don't really mean as much for quarterbacks because a lot of the good ones don't end up playing in it. But still, he was not a bad quarterback last year, and he just straight up sucks.
My point exactly. Jasmine just smells those things.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Bears' offense is just really bad, too. I mean, David Montgomery had his first good game of the year. They actually were able to run the ball.
Chargers suck. Of course, a game where they should have blown out the team. They barely sneaked by.
Well, the Bears were a favorite. The Bears were a 3.5-point favorite. They were expected to lose that game. The Bears' offense just sucks.
Damn. Giants versus Lions. The Giants are ass, but Danny Dimes looks like the real thing. 4 touchdowns, 322 yards, along 13 missed completions. That's a fucking...
Yeah. And did you see that play where Saquon just wrecked those 3 people? Now that they have Saquon back, they're going to have a promising future. Because Saquon is the best running back in the league when healthy. Him and Christian McCaffrey.
Exactly.
So Saquon had 8 catches, 79 yards, 64 rushing yards. He had a touchdown catch. But just over 130 total yards. An efficient game. And they won. So they almost won. They put themselves in position to win that game. But their defense is just not good. So there's not really much they can do when they're...
You can't do that. But the Lions, I do like the Lions very much, and I think the Lions are going to be a scary team. They're starting to get... Their running game is finally something.
It just sucks because they didn't have... It sucks because Kerryon Johnson's out. They averaged 2 yards a carry. That's not good. Their running game was starting to get good.
And then it went to shit because of...
Kerryon got hurt. Now they just kind of scrapped it, and they're kind of being like the Lions of old where they throw a lot. But...
And you see a lot of their running backs are catch back. What happened to Theo Reddick?
They let him go.
Why?
Because they were invested in Kerryon Johnson until he got hurt.
Where's he now? Denver Broncos. He was so filthy.
All he did was catch passes, so every time he was in the game, you knew it was a pass. They couldn't disguise anything because they had Theo Reddick, and all he did was catch passes.
Damn, he played for a while for them.
Yeah, I suppose that's what Austin Eckler did. He was never the number 1 back because he just isn't a runner.
Austin Eckler's an insane runner now.
No, but now that Melvin Gordon's back, that game where he had 7 rushing yards, but he had 110 receiving yards.
Yeah.
He's
theoretic 80 receptions one season.
He's a good back. He was a good pass.
40-year span, he had over 50 catches each season.
Yeah, it's just the problem is you can't really disguise what you do with him. So that's why the Lions let him walk because they were invested in Kerryon Johnson playing, but. Then Kerryon Johnson got hurt, so they're fucked in their backfield. They don't know what to do. They never quite got the running game going, but they did really good against the Chiefs, and they were just starting to have some hope. Then they lose a tough game to the Packers, and then they felt they got screwed there, and then now all of a sudden Kerryon gets hurt. So it sucks for the Lions because they're actually a good team, but they also the Vikings and the Packers and back. They scored 30 points against the Vikings. They lost.
Jets versus Jags, 15-29 Jags. Sam Darnold threw 3 interceptions, 2 things, but I still do believe that Sam Darnold is actually a starting level quarterback in the NFL. Le'Veon Bell does not deserve $17 million a year.
Nope. And anybody who drafted Le'Veon Bell in the first round is starting to feel it now because the Jets' offense doesn't score touchdowns, and Le'Veon Bell is just not good.
What food did you get?
Bro, your guys' food is really good.
The lasagna. Is that dinner?
Egg rolls.
Is that dinner?
Bro, it's looking snowing.
I think I'm about to grab some later.
Yeah, it's supposed to
It's
start
like
tonight.
icing,
But-
but it's like I don't know. I've never lived in the snow. It low-key looks like snow to me.
No, Le'Veon.
Sacramento. I thought Sacramento it snows.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't go below 55.
Let me have that egg roll.
Wait, but I thought Sacramento.
Nope. Tell her no.
How far?
No, Jazz.
No.
Just eat it real quickly.
Shove it all. Give it to me.
Have a bite, Lance. Give me another bite.
And just show your hands like you don't have anything.
Nope.
So lick your fingers.
Nope.
No more.
Yeah, she realizes there's no food.
No more.
Who lets you see a fucking dog in the side?
Yeah.
Do you hate dogs, Jason?
Low-key. How do you know?
Just because you're always so awkward around Jasmine.
Yeah, low-key.
Low-key hate dogs?
Yeah.
I don't hate them. I just like...
You don't like dogs?
No, I do. I just like... I don't know. I never had one, so I don't know how to like treat them.
The Jets' offense fucking blows.
Gardner Minshew or Nick Foles?
Gardner
Oh, that's
Minshew.
my team!
Yeah, let's let him talk. We're talking about
Jason.
You want to hear my opinion on that? Who'd you say?
Gardner Minshew.
No, right. If do you want the playoffs? Yeah, Gardner Minshew and trade away Nick Foles. Gardner Minshew and you trade away Nick Foles.
Agree. I agree. Take Minshew over Foles. Minshew's a fucking 6th-round pick out of what, 7 rounds?
But I'm saying,
But he's a
Washington
rookie.
State, and he's a rookie. And you're telling me you're about to start some fucking career backup just because he's just paid $90 million? Fuck no.
I
You stay
say-
with Minshew.
Yeah.
What? Last year when they played the Jets, Bortles couldn't even throw like 2 touchdowns. Minshew just tossed 3. You don't fucking go away from him.
You can't go away from the hot
that's what I'm
hand.
saying. If
That's what the Panthers were gonna do with Kyle Allen until he got absolutely shat on last
Who?
week. Kyle Allen.
He was
Kyle Allen was undefeated
And
as
he
a
lost.
starter, but we beat him
You
like
can't go
50
away
to
from him.
13.
Minshew's 4-3 with a shitty team in his starts. Like, that's solid.
What I'm saying is, okay, if he continues to be successful,
But he's gonna start next week.
Who?
Kyle Allen, because Cam Newton's they're still rehabbing him.
Bro, but Foles comes back week 11. What is it, week 9 or no?
Yeah, you can't. Minshew started the whole season pretty much,
I'll bet you they start Foles. I bet you they
but they can't though.
No,
I
I
bet
think
you
they
they
should.
will.
If they go close to winning, to go into the playoffs, come in. If they go close to winning the playoffs,
Open up.
But
Open
even then,
no, what's up?
even then though, you got to do with what's best right now. They're in the playoff hunt because of Gardner Minshew. And if
Yeah,
they stay
that's
in the
what I'm
playoff
saying.
hunt because of Gardner Minshew, why would
Yeah.
you switch?
What's
This
up?
keg is just like flowing.
No, but no. Gardner Minshew, I'm saying is if they do come closer to the playoff hunt, start Nick Foles, so that at the end of the year, Nick Foles gets increased value. At the end of the season, trade away Nick Foles' $20 per year contract. Now you've opened $20 million cap space.
Who's
You
A-
had him play a little bit to
Khalil?
show that he's still worth it, and then you have a fucking second-year quarterback on a rookie contract.
I mean, I guess, but like, I don't know why you would ever start Nick Foles. I know, like, you're thinking about
Trade
next year,
value.
but you can't think about next year. You got to think about now if you're in a playoff hunt.
True.
You got to give who has the best chance to win games, and
That come here?
right now,
No.
the best chance
You
to win
talk.
games is Gardner.
Upgraded it.
You can talk. You can talk.
I mean, I'm not trying to cover up.
Not upgraded it. Look at this
Looks
braid.
important.
No, we're just bullshitting. We
No.
We're bullshitting NFL shit all
Looks like a
week.
rat tail.
Fucking 49ers.
Yeah, you do.
it does.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
this is like the most half-assed podcast. It's very raw, so
Shit.
we love interruptions.
Oh, guess what? I'm actually doing. I'm designing a building in Maryland.
Oh,
For-
what?
Like, for real?
Yeah, like actually, yeah.
Do you know where?
Working on a project.
Annapolis?
I
It's like the only place you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Bethesda.
Best, Bethesda.
Bethesda, Maryland.
Bethesda, Maryland.
Where's the Chesapeake Bay, Maryland?
It starts up by Havre de Grace, and then it goes down to probably like St. Mary's.
Maryland has hella good crab of something.
Blue crabs.
Silver Spring.
Silver Spring. That's where Martina's from.
No way.
Martina's from Silver Spring.
Who's that? Does she listen to this?
And
No,
there's a good that's close to DC.
Fucking wait, who was?
Do you know the roads? Norris or Ferris Mills? Ferris Mills Road.
Let me see it. How's it spelled?
Yeah.
If I see the ears.
I'm working on the project right now.
What you're to design like a
It's
idea
actually
for like a building.
It's a mosque.
Oh, you're
A
near
mosque?
Newport Mill.
So what do you? So like, what was the
How the
project
fuck
that
do you
your
get that?
professor like
Third
told you to
class?
do?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're right next to Rockville. You're literally a stone's throw away from DC.
Yeah, so basically the project is this guy created a mosque in this neighborhood by developing it on top of a plot of land that was designed for a house. But since he developed that mosque, people in that area didn't like it. So they started moving out. He's been buying that land for super cheap now. Like all the
Like
housing
the
plots.
surrounding areas?
The surrounding areas.
So you
all
trying
the
to make it
housing
bigger
plots.
or what?
Yeah. So instead of it being like a one-size plot, it's actually 200 feet by 175 feet.
Hold on, what school's next to it? Oh, you're right next to Albert Einstein High School. That's literally like right behind. Yeah, I know exactly where you are. That's about an hour from my house.
How the fuck you know where it is then?
Huh? Because you have to pass that area to go to DC. They have
Yeah.
really good Argentine places around that area.
Now that area is all like industrial houses, like all just brick and stucco.
Yeah, it's a big minority area. That's a very big minority. You'll find a lot of like Browns, Persians,
Yeah, no, it's,
Hispanics.
Considering it's a mosque in the middle of a neighborhood, yeah, I would expect
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
You have to
it's
like
a-
travel there?
Yeah. No, I'm not going to Maryland.
no, it's
Maryland's lit.
Actually, I told my professor, I was like, hey, let's get a flight there. Yeah, I was like, I know some people there, we can go visit.
Are you going to New York?
Yeah, I'm
Winter?
staying with Gary
Yeah.
in New York for a few days.
When?
what time?
I'm going to Israel from the December 25th to January 5th, then coming back and staying with Garrett for like 3 days.
Let me know when you guys up there because I'm only a 2-hour drive from
Yeah,
Garrett.
yeah, we're going
I can
bus.
fucking catch a bus up there and meet you guys. And my parents own a fucking condo in Tribeca on the 11th floor overlooking the Hudson River, and it's 2 blocks away from Ground Zero
Shit,
off of Broadway Avenue.
let's tell Garrett. Let's go fuck shit up.
You know, Garrett knows, but I've been telling him and I have been planning to meet up in winter break. So if we go there, we can just bull sleep
Oh,
at
yeah.
my parents' condo
Okay.
and shit,
Fuck, that's
and
sick,
just
dude.
stay in Manhattan.
This is for like an architecture, like life podcast.
No, it's just random shit. That's why it's
No,
fun.
we just talk about random shit. It's just like what we come up to. I do an Ask Me Anything. So like people just ask me random questions, we all answer it, or like we're just doing sports talk. It's really just half the ass. It's just about being in college and just
College podcast.
yeah, it's literally a college podcast. That because a lot of people tell me they listen to this while they do homework and shit like that. I'm like, that's so fucked up that they're just listening.
Basically,
to me.
just listening to our conversations while they're doing homework. I can probably do it.
It's pretty
Hey,
fucking
whatever,
funny.
man.
Nah, do y'all, I listen to like the Tiny Meat Gang podcast all the time. Those are
Really?
funny as hell. Yeah, it's like 2 comedians that just talk all about.
I do. There's this one called. Do you know who Theo Vaughn is, or
Keep going.
I'm trying to
Terrible
think.
names.
King of.
I just played Siege out there. by myself.
It's called King and the Sting with Brendan Schaub and Theo Vaughn. You know what I mean? They're both comedians, and they're like King it or Sting it. So you tell them something like
That's why you're talking
anal
about.
sex.
What?
King
That's
it
why you
means
took
it's
a while.
dope. Sting it means
Yeah.
fuck it. So they'll be like,
Cut it down.
they'll like talk about it. I don't really talk about it. He's like, I'm all about eating some ass, but I don't know about
Honestly,
fucking
that's
it.
just like the Tiny Meat Game podcast.
One of the,
This is dumb.
We can like design one of those one day. That'd be funny as hell. We can talk about sex life shit.
yeah, it's just,
Yeah, like fucked up sex stories.
dude. There's a couple of these podcasts where I've been hammered or like fucked up. Like the first episode, I'm on Molly. It's like I
You shot a podcast on Molly?
and hammered. And like,
Why?
It's
That
hilarious.
seems incriminating.
No, but then you don't know I'm on it until like you watch it and I'm just sitting there like everyone else is talking. There's points where I'm just like looking in the camera and it's clearly that I'm fucked up in the
That's
camera.
super incriminating.
Yeah.
It's not incriminating.
Very.
I
there's,
think it
no,
is, man.
there's no evidence. The most incriminating one I've never posted is me and Trace and Strange were doing the Columbia sauna in the fucking cabs. Like I woke up from a blackout and we're just in there doing it all sweating.
You have to do a podcast. Yeah, I'm like Trace is the best one to do a podcast with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I actually, I have a whole page of quotes from him.
No, fuck, I love
Hey, sorry,
podcasts,
Trace, I'm
man.
gonna expose you. Okay. One day we were hammered as fuck, and I don't know how the conversation came up, but some guy asked me, he's like, Trace, what's the secret to your tits? He was like, McDoubles mostly. They're the reason my children will never be in Boy Scouts because they'll get molested for sure.
Oh my god.
He came up with the idea of a reverse body shot, by the way, like 4 years ago, where it's a lime in the belly button, salt in the stomach, and a shot from tequila in your mouth, and you spit in the other person's mouth. Fucked up, dude.
There's some shit Luke would think of.
Yeah. course.
Do you and Sierra have the same phone?
What, XR?
No, dude, I have the 8.
Yeah. If we don't have the same phone, Lance.
Does Maeve have the same phone?
I don't know what phone Maeve has.
Is that what you've been working on this whole time?
What?
Yeah, why have you been in the like architecture thing for like 50 hours?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking final project. Yeah.
You had a lot of shit.
Already?
I have 2 final projects.
One due.
That one was due like last week. and
Are you done that class already?
I don't know.
What do you have
How's
to
it a
do?
final project?
Design
then?
That was the final
You have to
project.
design
for the first
Chloe's
phase,
house.
and then a second. Yeah.
So it's like that
So
shit.
this is the Moss one. The last one was a house for a child with autism.
How does that
Which-
work?
Who,
How
Donna?
did you make that house? Did you just put padding all around?
No, I mean, it's.
That's fucked up. That's fucked.
I actually interviewed a family that had their child with autism, and she just said, just don't design a house with corners. And I designed a house with all corners. It kind of fucked it up. It was a 48 foot by 48 foot by 48 foot cube with like 2 overhanging arches that were like 50 feet or not 50 feet, 40 feet long, and there was no supports on this part of the house, so it was like just support over here, and it was just hanging off. So like,
Bro, how do people get autism? Are they born with it?
Yes.
how did
How do people get
No, dude, I woke up one
I feel like my
day-
kid will have some time like
I woke-
disease.
Well, your kid just wakes up one day.
No,
he's
like
autistic.
I feel like my kid will be born with some disease because of me.
There, just swipe to the left.
Well, it's not you that would cause it. It's the mom.
How?
It goes for that
If the
side.
mom like
You gotta make
if
a
the mom
little
like drinks during the
fucking
pregnancy.
Model for it. Oh yeah,
For real?
full model, full like.
What, you didn't know
One
that?
swipe
No.
and keep 'em going.
Like
Like
that's
birth
how.
defects?
Yeah, kids get birth
So the
defects.
mom
if they're
drinks during the
Oh
pregnancy?
yeah, if the mom drinks or the mom
This
like
thing's
does anything
sick.
like fucked up.
Oh yeah,
So the mom can't get drunk for 9 months?
Like, I'd buy this house.
it would be the most expensive house.
It would be
Actually,
healthier for
I
the
did
kid
a
if the mom
cost-
did
Let me
it.
see
like,
it,
on
Sarah.
it cost guest, and it would cost like 30 million, considering that any titanium like steel beams.
Sarah, let me see. What
So-
do you have to use? CAD?
Yeah, AutoCAD and Revit.
I used to use that.
Where your dog's like attacking this blanket.
Yeah.
And she I think she got pulled from her mother early, and what do you call it? Swipe in this case left.
Yeah.
She got pulled from her mother's nipples early,
That's right,
so she
right,
has
right.
like it's like
What is that?
suckling. It's called suckling or
Yeah,
some
yeah.
shit. It's like a pacifier for her.
I'm actually pretty sure that it has to do with whenever they kill an animal, they continuously bite it until it stops moving.
I know she does that when the shaking thing. Have you ever seen her go like this? And
Yeah.
like she'll put
Yeah,
the
yeah.
blanket. That's her like breaking the neck.
Yeah, so this is
Of
like
the
continuously
blanket,
biting
yeah.
the neck, so like it does.
She's
like,
breaking the neck of that blanket.
She's just zoned out.
She's so zoned out.
O times.
Well, she finished her 2
It's
like
5:20.
jerky
So
things.
we have chapter soon.
Yeah,
She's
chapter
finished-
7.
What,
Right?
7?
Yeah, she finished her fucking treats, so now she just needs something to munch on.
Yeah, she loved those fucking treats. Jesus fuck.
She's so cute.
She's so cute. She's breaking the neck of that blanket.
She looks like Doha.
She looks like that. Their picture perfect. They look like the same exact fucking.
Sarah, how long are these podcasts usually?
Right now, this is at 15 minutes.
How long do you usually go for?
Whatever.
It can go from 20 to the longest it's been like over an hour. I don't know. I just fucking make them. I don't really care. They just fucking
Where do you
go.
post them on?
Poontang Sports?
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. YouTube's a video
Poontang
format. The
Sports.
rest, pretty much, I pay $20 a month for up to 6 hours of storage space on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that shit.
How many views or listens do you get?
Like cool. It's from all the sites.
Yeah.
Between like 750 and 1,000.
No, that's not bad.
Oh, Jesus. There's 1,000 people watching this. Fuck.
Yeah, per
Yes.
per
Yeah.
episode,
Watches
per episode.
booze.
Jesus.
I have over 1,000 followers on Spotify.
Oh my god.
What about Poontang Sports?
Poontang Sports has 1,500.
Poontang Sports.
What
That's my
happened
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
What happened to
That's
Tyler
I have a
Ennis?
YouTube channel with like
That's
1,500.
what he did.
Wait, you did that?
What?
The what happened to things?
What happened to Tyler
What
Ennis?
happened to Tyler Ennis?
Yeah, I make what happens videos.
Fuck, he's like Flemlo Raps.
Those videos are hella good.
Fellow Raps follows me on.
That's kind of
social media.
sick, actually.
I have collab. I'm in the U2K community. Agent 00,
No, Flemlo Raps is
Demo
dope.
Raps, Corzimba.
Korzemba?
Dude, I
Oh,
used
this
to,
is it.
me and Corzimba used to fucking. I can show you. Look at my Twitter right here. I have DMs with guys from back in the day.
Yeah, I want to see that because I kind of want to see. What is this? Poontang Sports.
Yeah, look at this. Look at it down. AB the Baller, right here. He has over 60,000 on YouTube. We're literally just on Twitter just talking. Agent 00. He's verified.
Yeah.
And we used to do a podcast together. He has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Jeez.
I used to be legit into YouTube, and then I quit for a while, and all the guys blew up that I used to do it with. Oh, Josh Envyizer. Literally, we had a conversation last week. He's about to join the podcast in one of these episodes, and we've done collabs before. He has like 50,000.
Fucking Corzette Flemler ass dude. Yeah,
I have Jonathan Gibson, NBA player and EuroLeague player, respond to my fucking shit.
What the fuck did you ask him?
I asked him to fucking come on the podcast, and he's coming on in a week.
Bro, what? How?
I just spam him on Twitter, bro.
Just spammed him on Twitter.
Fan on Twitter.
Did he
No
tear his
worries.
ACL like you?
No, but he's on the Celtics.
Is he to come like here or?
Or
Like,
you could call him.
oh, okay, I was about to
Yeah.
say, yeah.
You gotta. What are you gonna ask him? His craziest sex story?
Probably.
You gotta like write some things out.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah.
will write some things down, but I'm not going to answer them anything fucking normal. I'm going to make them so, like, not uncomfortable, but be like, the fuck is this question?
Yeah, like what the fuck is this?
Because I'm just going to post on my social media and be like, okay, I have this celebrity coming on. Just ask me the most wildest
Like
question.
some ones that you can't like bullshit. Like you actually have to think about them. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. Like
yeah. Like, I want to be able to hear him on the phone go, I've really never had anyone ask me this.
like some thoughts. You're
Yeah.
like, oh shit. Like what?
Yeah, like some hard ass shit where he's just fucking thrown off.
Bro, how many ounces of beer in a keg?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think if it'd be more financially smart to buy a
Oh,
keg.
So, it's 168 beers per keg, right?
It's so yeah.
Or 172.
No.
170 beers per keg. Let me search this. Beers.
So what are you trying to? You're trying to start buying kegs now instead of cases?
Yeah,
It's actually cheaper.
I think it would be.
Get them for
Only you would drink that much
Okay.
beer.
Yeah. Yeah,
165 beers.
per keg.
12 ounces beers.
per
So-
keg, and a keg from Cork is like $96.
So you just buy a keg and just that'll be your beer supply.
Except it'll go flat.
But he drinks a lot of beer.
There's 1,980 ounces in one keg.
190
1,980.
ounces.
Yeah, fluid ounces.
So you're
Let
gonna
me
buy-
see your phone for 1 second. I need to
That's
go- I need to get-
165 12 fluid ounces.
165 beers, you said?
Yeah. Oh, you can sign.
You
yeah.
trying to see how much? Oh shit!
That should not break.
Fuck.
How much is a keg?
Depends on what beer you put into it.
Shitty beer.
And if you have your own keg to bring in to exchange it. Because if not, you're going to have to put the deposit down.
Yeah, you gotta put it's like $50.
But if you bring one of like the ones up in the cabs, we have two of them. They can be in the shittiest condition. You can just bring it to them. They'll fucking give you a keg that you don't have to bring back. Then also
How many beers is here in a full keg?
165. If you don't have
165?
what that thing's
No,
called,
it's wrong.
pump,
A tap.
a tap.
Because
If you don't have a
630
tap,
racks,
that's
equivalent to a
what a
keg.
tap runs
630
for
racks is
50
180.
bucks. A brand new
30,
tap.
30 to 50, yeah.
30, 50
Yeah.
for yeah.
So keg's less.
So altogether, if you
you're
buy,
gonna buy
if you
630
don't,
racks
an empty
instead.
keg
I'm
runs
just
for
saying, like, that'd be the equivalent.
close to 100
Yeah,
bucks.
so
I
just
think.
you should
Yeah,
buy
the
it six.
or
It's like
Just if you-
almost 630 racks.
Yeah, but like if you want to buy
Five
the
and a
empty
half.
keg,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
like $100 bucks
like
itself.
$100, yeah.
So you're basically paying for
You would-
5.5 30
It's
racks.
pretty much $150 as a startup.
I would just do the $50 down payment.
So what's
Whatever
19
you're done.
times 5?
Oh yeah, you don't have to bring
How
that
mu-
back.
what are you
anytime.
like? What are you
just
talking about?
bring
Let's
it
talk
back.
about
just
Natty.
eventually,
Eventually, yeah.
Natty's like $14. So 14.
That's true.
times
My
5
sister has a
25.
keg, so me and just
So
take
if you
kegs
bought
back home,
5.5
charge all
30
our
racks,
friends,
you're
5 to 10 bucks,
actually
depending on
getting
how
less
big it
value
is.
by buying a
And just do
keg
kegs
of
so
30
him and I
racks.
can be drunk.
We're assuming
for free, 'cause
Natty.
Him and I always start
True.
drinking way before everyone gets there. So like by the time everyone gets there, there's at least a dent put into the keg by him and
You're already
I.
done drinking it by yourself pretty much, and then you just
You
pay
said-
it off. Yeah.
Yeah, we
keg-
just paid off.
you said
and
what a
just
keg
get
was,
everyone
right?
there because by
That's
that time him and I
5
can't
ounces.
even
That's
drink anymore.
5.5 30
We're
racks.
just like
And
no,
14
like, it's just
times
There,
perfect.
I was looking up the math for that.
That's right. Do you not have your phone?
No, I was charging.
It's dead.
So if you wanted 630
Dude, have
racks,
your pods been
it'd
linked?
be $84.
Yeah.
Dude, my fucking
Which
leaches
No,
are
I did
another-
17, not $14, because it's like 17 with tax.
What are you guys
Uh,
trying to figure? What are you trying to figure
He's
out?
trying to
Well,
figure out
Okay,
if
so
it's
with
cheaper.
with tax,
Yeah,
with
that's
tax, 630 racks would be
Yeah,
more.
and more. Yeah, but like,
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out.
This
We're
is
doing
ridiculous.
math.
I'll
We're trying
then
to
I buy a keg for my room and just drink
Yeah.
at that.
I just want no. That is actually cheaper if you get a kegerator.
Yeah,
It is.
My sister's boyfriend has it.
it would be cheaper than
He
630
literally has a
racks.
kegerator. It looks like that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger because that's a bit of keg. It goes up to here, and then at the top there's literally a
Yeah,
tap.
you can
and
buy
you-
one. I was
They
gonna
did.
get one from Amazon.
Yeah, he has an IPA. You can also get smaller ones, like for half kegs, mini kegs. You can buy smaller versions.
They sell
The quarter size kegs, right?
Yeah, it's like this size.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a quarter keg.
The one out there's a half keg.
No, that's a full keg. That's a full keg. But
So
they're called
half
half
keg.
kegs. Full kegs are called half kegs. Because a real keg is like this big.
Yeah.
The kegs that they have at like
breweries.
a brewery is this big, but the ones at bars and shit are called half kegs.
Yeah.
A full keg is the one you see, like he said, at the breweries and shit. But he has catering of an IPA. Like he has like. Cause
You went to
go
Scrawns?
The fucking
bitch.
breweries. Like if you have a brewery you like, you can
probably
go
gonna go
have
out.
them fill up a
Yeah,
keg
yeah.
for you, so you can get your own flavor and shit like that. And you just
I'm getting
fucking
a keg
pour
of
it in.
seltzer.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hold on to the podcast.
Keg of
What is
twisted
that?
tea.
Welcome to the podcast.
We're in the
Left into
middle of
McDonald's
recording.
are back. We're still here.
What's up? Yeah, left onto McDonald's back and we're still shooting.
Yeah, how long has it been?
We've been doing this for like an hour, man.
Yeah, we're probably closing in on an hour right now.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we are.
Fuck.
What are you eating? Apple pie?
Crab ragoon.
Or we have at the house.
Wait, what crab rate? Is that the pastry dessert?
No.
Just
Just
what the
Crab,
fuck?
just a crab
I don't
rangoon.
know what a crab ragoon is.
What the fuck is a crab rangoon?
You've never been to a Chinese restaurant?
Are you serious right now?
Little things,
I worked at a Chinese
the
restaurant.
little things with the cream cheese in them, and you open them.
Yeah, I know what we're talking about.
Yeah, they're good as fuck.
Dude, did you say you worked in a Chinese restaurant and you didn't know what a fucking crab ragoon
That's what they're
is?
called.
It's called Golden House. I worked there for 3 months until they fired me. That's.
Why'd they fire you?
No, you worked there for 3 months.
You got fired because you didn't know what damn crab ragoon was. Probably.
Let's just say my handwriting isn't the best, and sometimes I'd fuck up chicken looking like shrimp, so we'd end up selling a lot more seafood when they'd actually
How
want.
many times could you have
Are you like restocking?
Oh, his handwriting's fucking awful.
But chicken and
what's
shrimp
the
are not even close to
Like
similar
you're
words.
saying, so at a Chinese restaurant when you write shit down, it's CH for chicken or SH for shrimp.
Yeah.
My C's or
You
at
can write it down like for the order, like for the table, or like.
a table or like carry out order. I was a chef. That's why I ended up learning how to cook Chinese food because I sucked so bad at being an expo. They moved me into the kitchen, so I was the guy who put.
Zero for a chef.
Fuck no.
I mean, I was a sous chef for 2 years at an actual restaurant. I'm actually a pretty decent cook. Well, that's the Chinese restaurant cooked off. I can make you a mean ass stir fry.
Mean ass.
Really?
Mean.
Yeah, I can cook
kind of
really well.
It's like 5:30 almost.
That's it.
I can. I'll
Seven.
cook for the outside.
What do you mean, fuck?
You guys want me to snag some? I can get meats. I can get
We're
meats
chilling.
at discount.
It's gonna be blind. Be blind
Hey,
before
should I
chapter.
get meats on discount for Dad's Day?
Sure.
I can get,
Yeah,
You said
dude.
you could have these signs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
know,
you could grill out. That makes kind of.
These were the ones I pulled out of North Cabs after everyone claimed everything, and we cleaned out. These are North Cabs.
He literally has the couch and the table from there.
This is South. This is South. These two are from South.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying. Cabin.
Tommy wanted me to get this
I
couch,
made him take that couch because the other one's
and then this was Owens wanted this to be put in our somebody's room, so I said I'll do it.
Can we have a couch for next night?
Yeah.
Well, they're all wet now.
Can we make napalm?
I tried to do one
You're
last
not
night,
making
but no
napalm
one-
again.
no one-
That went really badly last time.
Styrofoam and diesel.
Fire all over the
Styrofoam and
place.
diesel.
The fuck you make that?
You
No,
mix
it's not hard.
styrofoam and diesel
In a
and
pot
napalm.
and stir it.
And it gets sticky, so you light it and throw it on something that stays lit for like,
Yeah.
a few minutes.
That's how they
It
burn.
sticks to them, so and you can't get it off.
Yeah.
So,
It's like Agent Orange, pretty much.
What's it called? It's how they
That's
burnt
what
down
they used,
Vietnam.
That's what they used to kill a fuck ton of people in Vietnam.
Well, that's how they tried
No, no,
to burn down the forest. To burn down
Yeah,
the
but it's
forest so
like
they could
similar
find
chemical.
you. Wasn't what was Agent? Is it Orange again?
Agent Orange.
Agent Orange. That's
Wasn't
what
it? Was the extreme form of napalm?
Yeah.
Yeah, they use it.
Because it would be helicopters would go.
Because people
They're doing
survive
it for, like,
cause
trees.
form defects in children
Yeah.
like for generations after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how leukemia they said was started.
Uh,
Oh wait, that's atomic bombs. Atomic bombs. I'm
Yeah,
right. That was
but-
atomic
wait.
bombs started leukemia.
no.
Or just,
Leukemia is from like it's a blood cancer.
but I thought radiation was what.
Well, I mean,
it-
it gave it to them, but it didn't start leukemia.
Oh, I thought.
Radiation started cancer.
Yeah.
We use radiation to get rid of cancer.
Well, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, we
It's-
inject
it's-
ourselves with viruses
Like
as
saying,
vaccines.
Yeah.
Like gorillas gave us AIDS.
I mean, they say
where do you
sheep.
guys
They say
get this
sheep.
from?
No, they say like people in Africa would
No, no,
fuck
it's
sheep.
It's monkeys. It's monkeys.
Monkeys and sheep will
Yeah,
get
no,
fucked.
people fucked
Okay,
like,
okay,
monkeys
okay.
and
And-
then they got AIDS.
Actually, I found this out.
That's actually true. That's actually true.
No, it's the government.
No, it was because it was technically from monkeys, but nobody was fucking monkeys. It was because they
syphilis is from
were
the government.
shitting and pissing in the water that the people were drinking, which gave them AIDS.
That's how it got developed.
I found out nobody was fucking them; they were just like getting it from.
How did other shit get developed then?
What?
Syphilis,
AIDS is
it's been
all
around,
around,
but
dude.
the reason why more black people have syphilis today is there was this thing called MKO Ultra, where the government injected over 1,000 Section 8 black males unknowingly with syphilis just to see what would happen if they lived their whole life without knowing with syphilis.
Podcast for like conspiracy theories and like.
Well, MK Ultra is also
also the
mind
acid,
control,
acid
LSD
too.
mind control.
But MK Ultra did a lot of things.
Yeah, they injected. They like microdosed them, and they would continuously like.
Yeah, MK Ultra was
to see if they could control minds.
MK Ultra was a lot of things. It was a lot. It was mainly just injecting people with shit to see what would happen. That was MK Ultra. Have you guys heard of the New World Conspiracy that they meet up in Redwood, California, where there's giant trees are, and there's this giant owl. George W. Bush goes to it. George Bush, Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, every United States president. It was a part of it, and they go once a year and meet at this place, and there's no way to get cameras, and there's been photographs, and they're all wearing like fucking hoods and shit, running around this giant owl. Have you guys? I gotta pull this up. You guys?
What in the world?
Yeah, and I went to like a deep hole and I found like shit like that, and I found like pictures of like the Titanic, like before it sailed. And like during the set sailing, there were like two different ships.
Yeah.
The real
I'm trying to
one's
see because
lost,
I think
the
House of
real
Cards
one's
there's
still
something
somewhere.
about that.
It's in redwood.
Some
The
weird
redwood
shit.
trees.
Yeah,
Are so big.
they're saying that what's it called? It's like the one under the ocean's actually its sister ship or something.
Because you can tell there's different smokestacks and different windows.
Yeah.
It sailed and stayed there.
Yeah.
And one of them was meant to sink on purpose and like that.
They did it for insurance money.
Insurance money. Yeah. They
someone actually.
and they rebranded the sister ship which was actually the Titanic as that.
It was all a huge insurance fraud scam.
There was also.
I found out what it is.
Oh, you believe it actually happened?
Oh, 100% it happened. It was a huge insurance.
Well, who did the people actually die?
Yeah.
What was? What are you talking about?
Wait, so the ship in the bottom of the ocean is the Lusitania or whatever it's called?
Yeah, the sister ship. There was also the thing where the guy who owned the World Trade Centers pulled out an insurance fund 2 days before they collapsed and made $6 trillion off it.
That's in the house.
Really?
What? Yeah. Dude. There was also another one of the files that was there where the government actually had a trial against.
JFK was killed by George W. Bush's father. George W. Bush's father was the head of George H.W. Bush was the head of the CIA director. And you remember when they released the documents on JFK murder? On all the ones where the signatures are wiped off, it's literally George H.W. Bush's signature, and there's photo evidence that he was in connection. The CIA was in connection with the mafia, and the mafia was correspondent for letting JFK win the election because the mafia helped JFK win the election because the Kennedy family has deep ties with the Boston and New York mafias. And they rigged the election so JFK would win, but then JFK lied and didn't oblige to doing what they wanted when he was in president, like following, like being their puppet, you know what I mean, and helping them. So because when they do the bullets, everyone says that it's like 80% of the population believes, and there's physical evidence with like sound and everything. There's at least 6 shots taken when he was shot. And the 2 bullets that went in him are from 2 different bullet trajectories, showing that there's a signed-off document that the CIA agrees that the mafia or Russia were most likely the ones who killed JFK, and that they were aware that there was an assassination attempt going to be an assassination attempt ahead of time before they drove.
Okay, so here it is. The United States government was found guilty in 1999 for conspiring to assassinate Martin Luther King.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So, and you know who's in charge of that? George Bush's dad too. George Bush's dad was in charge of murdering Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and JFK.
So the government was actually found guilty in a trial over conspiracy to kill.
In a civil trial, not in a criminal trial. They were found legally responsible for civilly responsible. Nice one, guy.
Damn it, Jason.
Fucking idiot.
They're fine. They don't unplug.
What?
It was fun. Bohemian Grove is what it's called.
Yeah,
Bohemian
House of Cards
Grove,
did something like that. They
well, it's called.
they like referenced because Kevin Spacey went there.
So Bohemian Grove. There's a picture that somebody snuck in 1967. Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, Harvey Hancock, Glenn T. Seaborg, Jack Spark, Kevin Zindner, Edwin W. Pauley. And the history is they go every summer. I'm trying to fucking see. Where is it?
It's 18. It was
So,
from
yeah,
1878.
it's an all-male gentlemen's club. Includes artists, musicians, as well as prominent business leaders, government officials, and U.S. presidents, senior media executives, and people of power. They must be invited in June or July, and it starts off at 9 or 10 p.m. And they run around the Old Guard, which is a fucking giant owl statue.
I think like a real owl.
And that's like a giant owl statue. The Bohemian Grove. Listen, one such documented example was former President Richard Nixon's comments from May 13, 1971, recording that. The Bohemian Grove, which I attended from time to time, is the most faggy goddamn thing you could ever imagine.
Who said that?
Richard Nixon.
Nixon was one of the most insane presidents we've ever
Yeah.
had.
What do you mean?
Considering like everything that he covered up, the way he just spoke to people.
Well, yeah, like.
Wait, what?
Well, do you not know? So, the reason there was a fuck ton of outrage in like the 70s, like during the end of his term before the Watergate thing, was because like he had secretly been bombing like Cambodia for like a couple years before like it actually came out, and once people found out, they were like, holy shit, we've been attacking this other country and we invaded this other country without even knowing about it. So he bypassed literally everyone that's like for like a standard declaration of war and just started bombing Cambodia during the middle of the Vietnam War. But then we eventually legally went into Cambodia later, but we didn't know that he had been like bombing Cambodia until
so
it came
once we got
out.
there legally, we found stuff to like say like, oh, we did this on purpose because we knew about this stuff. But
Yeah.
it was just,
And then
What the fuck?
And then he resigned. And then he resigned because he had been spying on like the Democrats, like DNC like meetings and stuff, and was spying on his political opponents and like
everybody
seeing
basically
what they
just
were
said like,
doing.
hey, if you resign, we'll just forget all about it.
And then his the vice president.
Because he's the only one ever to actually get impeached.
Yeah, no,
right?
he resigned. No, he was never impeached.
He's the only one to ever resigned during term, right?
Yes, and Gerald Ford, his vice president, took over and pardoned him from any criminal like
Oh, he got
activities.
jailed?
No, Gerald Ford,
Oh.
his vice president, pardoned him from like all criminal charges.
That's so fucked up.
That was
So-
probably like a gentleman's agreement. He's like, I'm going to resign. You're going to become
Yeah, and
president.
everybody shouted on him.
As soon as you become president, because I got you into presidency, you're going to...
That's why Gerald Ford's the only president who was never elected president, because he took over when Nixon resigned and then didn't get reelected because people fucking hated him.
Yeah, wasn't he terrible because everyone called him like a puppet or whatever?
Yeah, because he
was.
pardoned Nixon, and that was he could never recover from that. So like he pretty much just fucking
That's like the most fucked thing that president can just like say, hey, no, they did whatever, just kind of.
yeah. So like if Donald
Just
Trump
swipe
resigned,
it under the rug
if Donald,
pretty much.
let's just say like if Donald Trump had to resign because he was facing criminal charges for the Russia shit, and Mike Pence became president and pardoned him, that's the equivalent of what happened. So like Nixon did a lot of fuck shit.
Have you heard of the Nicaragua Contra affair?
Yeah, that's what Ronald Reagan did though. But
So fucked up.
the
Iran.
Reagan administration. Yeah, well, yeah, because like.
So the Iran Contra affair. So we said we won't give weapons to Nicaragua. Okay.
We gave weapons to Nicaragua and then
To start to give it to the guerrillas. We gave the guerrillas, like the ones fighting the government.
they bought our weapons with their drug money. So we took their drug money and we gave them weapons and shit, and then
we told them.
it was the rebellion.
And we
against
said
the
we told the
Nicaraguan
public
government.
we're not going to give them guns, and then they won the revolution. They're like, why do you guys all have M16s? Why do you?
They said they stole them.
Yeah, they said they
Yeah.
stole them, and then it turns out they had paid the American government and gave us, and we used that to let us go. Ronald Reagan, then who? So
Well, it was the end of Reagan's term, and we were about to go to the Gulf War.
so
with
this is
Iran
how it goes.
and Iraq.
So they funded the Nicaragua guerrillas, but we had an embargo against Iran. Okay, so we were selling guns to Iran and Nicaragua when we weren't supposed to,
Yeah.
and funding the Nicaragua guerrilla terrorists to overthrow their government. So we were first breaking like worldwide embargo, like the UN did an embargo, like Iran, who was Saddam Hussein.
That's
like,
Iraq.
But not Iran. Who was Iran then?
Well, no, Iran and Iraq were fighting in the Gulf War, which we later would join under George.
Oh yeah, but we were on Iraq's side. This was before Saddam Hussein was crazy.
Yes.
So we were like on Saddam's same side because Iran had I don't even know what happened, but.
Well, it was 10 years. This was like less than 10 years after the revolution, so like it was still fresh.
So
we still
you're
didn't
Persian.
like
You're
them.
Persian, so
Yeah.
you know about.
No,
this.
we still didn't like them because they had just they had just revolted against like the government that we put in place, and then they started like their own like theocratic government. So like that's why that's what Iran is now.
So essentially, it's like as if when Cuba had the embargo. It's like if we sold guns to Cuba to get money to give to terrorists to overthrow a country is what happened. So the Americans broke an embargo to get money to fund a terrorist group to overthrow a government that was communist.
And a lot of people in the Reagan administration did end up going to jail as a result of what happened.
So they gave guns, they sold guns to a Middle Eastern group of people to get money to give to a Central America country to overthrow communism.
And this stuff is crazy. I didn't know.
No,
because the government.
Ronald Reagan had more people in his administration go to jail than any other administration in the history of America.
Nobody ever talks about it.
No, he even talks about it. All swept
Well,
under
because
the rug.
the president didn't go down, and as long as the head guy doesn't go down, it all gets swept under the
files
rug.
that were finally released. So like after I think it's 25.
It's in 2017 the Donald Trump files he released of all the CIA, the FBI, yeah.
I read through them.
What was it?
Oh, you read the whole thing? I've read bits and pieces. But have you seen how much is fucking scratched out? You look at a file, only like 5% of the file you can read because everything that's still fucking.
People have gone through there, you're able to like actually invert the picture, turn it backwards, and see the writing on it.
That's what they did when they did with the Iraq War documents. Like everything's blacked out. All this because like they publish it so you can read it, but like it's the illusion that they're being open with you because everything is fucking blacked out because they still.
I read in there that one of the FBI undercover agents who was in Cuba at the time swore that he has seen multiple sightings of Hitler there after World War II.
Oh, Hitler's still alive.
He's not alive.
No, he died in Brazil though. He died in Brazil.
He would be like 130, 140
Yeah.
now. But yeah, no, they saw sightings of him in Cuba, like walking through the trade centers.
Yeah, they're saying
trade markets.
I saw this documentary. They're saying that Hitler died in the 70s and 80s in Brazil, for a fact. And there's this one thing I read. What was it?
Well, it's not actually
Cuba.
confirmed. But
Cuba.
It's not confirmed, but they said they had.
It will never be officially confirmed. We'll never truly know what.
George
where he
H.W. Bush
died.
put a plan in front of JFK for the Cuban Missile Crisis. He's like, so we got three ideas. We can either do the invasion of pigs, if you heard about that. We tried invasion Cuba, and it failed. That's the one JFK chose. The other two options was we go with a ship, and we put a ship in their harbor, and then we sink it with our own bombs and say, Cuba sank our ship, but we reality sank it. And then he was like, no, I'm not going to sink our own ship. He's like, or B, we drop a bomb on our own people and say they shot the bomb with their own missile. He's like, I'm not going to have our own people killed. This was all presented by our future president, George H.W. Bush. And then the last one they did, and this has been proven, they sent, which led to us doing the embargo, they went into the fucking Caribbean Sea with ships and took a video of them just shooting until they unloaded all their ammunition. And then came back saying they had a huge fire battle and received no casualties or anything, but unloaded all their ammunitions. And then a video was released of all the warships just shooting into the water and shooting nothing, and saying that they were attacked. And that.
Well, yeah, you know what? Like that started like with the Spanish-American War. Like,
what?
In like the it was like that's how like the fake attack because like in like the 1900s.
Texas?
No. When it was with like Cuba.
Oh, with Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Theodore Roosevelt was the first person to do that.
We said we were attacked, and it got published in the newspapers, and we were trying to say fuck it, and we were trying to go around there.
So I actually had a family friend who was arrested in Cuba while he was doing a documentary. And he was arrested there until whenever the embargo was lifted, and he was finally released back. It was like 15 years he was there. Yeah.
Yeah, then now the embargo's gone, so.
All I want to smoke is a Cubano. I want to smoke a
we can
Cuban
actually travel
cigarette.
there now. Yeah, we can travel there.
Not cigarette,
Oh,
cigar.
An Israeli cigarette.
Cigarette or cigar?
Cigarette. Israeli cigarettes are like intense.
You're gonna smoke someone you
Are they
got
like doka? Are they like filled with doka and stuff? Have you had that stuff? The doka, the Arabian, the Saudi tobacco. It's it's literally you need like this much. They put a little bit on your weed and spit. I gotta find a picture. It's insane. Me and my friends, Doha. It's like Doha or Doka.
I'm gonna get lung cancer from being in Israel.
Will be fun though.
Are you going there?
Yeah, he's going there with our winter break.
Oh yeah.
With the Birthright Israel thing.
For free.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab some food.
Have you ever seen this? It's called Doka. It looks like little fucking powder. It's literally called intense smoking blend. And it's like 100% nicotine.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it looks like this. It looks like shit.
You're gonna be buzzing off your ass.
My friends used to rip it so much that their eyes would roll behind their heads.
I'll bring some back.
Yeah.
Fuck
What
yeah.
in the world?
Alright, I'm gonna go grab some food.
It's Arabian tobacco is what it's called. Alright.
I'm gonna grab water.
Alright. Good podcast, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fill this up.
Damn, that was fucking long. Well, that was about it. I hope you cunts enjoyed that.
Oh, it was long. You guys were for a minute. Yeah. Jazz knows it's over.
Yeah,
She's done destroying her liquid.
Oh. Jeez.
What?
Fuck that podcast. Yeah, I'm totally down to like write out some material.
I'm down, dude. I usually write. I didn't know you were into the conspiracies like that, dude.
Yeah, I listened to the thing. Let's see if I can find a clip from.
I go on YouTube and watch a lot of them, like those YouTube breakdown ones.